think we're up. There we are. Scooch there. Right there. Alright. Alright, so back to Umineko. Sorry. We've been on the quest for riddles. And currently we had a bit of an odd ending stream-wise, technically speaking, because like wigged out the last 10 minutes or so. So we're gonna be redoing the solution here. But yeah, we playing as Angie, accompanied by Eva, to go around and figure out all these people's puzzles and riddles. Some of them are tricky, some of them are stupid, some of them are not bad. So far I've been having fun, but some of them have really gotten me. We've done, I think this makes 12 with Shannon and Cannon. So how did we do? We did Kinzo, Nanjo, go to Genji, Hideyoshi and Eva's puzzle, and then Shannon Cannon, Kumasawa, and Kraus and Natsuhi. So we're 11 thereabouts so far with how many puzzles we got, and there's, I think they said 17 people, so let's shoot for that. Might be in the running for the end here. Either way, we're picking up where we left off with the end of Shannon's puzzle with her silly word games with sweet and sour and such. Alright, let's go. I came prepared. I got some writing materials here. I'll figure them out. No, I will. 1 + 1 = 5? If you word it right, it can, yeah. Ah, I've got it. Angie-chan, thank you. Thanks to you, I've probably figured it out. Oh, okay, yep, yeah. This one. That's what we got. Oh, we haven't beaten Shannon's yet, so it's back to 10. Okay, so yes, welcome to the stream, man. This one, W = white chocolate, P = pepper jack cheese, A = anchovy pizza, O = lemonade, and N = black coffee. Which letter does N stand for? This was an interesting one. Such is life. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Okay, so this one was D. I. This one was I for bitter. Cool. But yeah, and again, this will be the last one this week for this time slot. I'm trying the evening shift tomorrow and the next day, and then we'll return back to the same cycle in the next week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday early morning, Thursday, Friday evening. Trying it out, seeing what happened. Probably sounding like a broken record at this point, but I'm just trying to inform everyone. See, Angie-chan, think about the tastes of all these foods. How does white chocolate taste? Sweet. And what about pepper jack cheese? Spicy. And how about anchovy pizza? And lemonade? I see. So that's what it is. Anchovies are salty. Lemonade is sour. So what is it? Do the letters match the taste? That's right. The second letter of sweet is W. The second letter of spicy is P. Salty is A. And sour is O. So, what does black coffee taste like? Bitter. Exactly. And the second letter of bitter is... Wait, when did you drink coffee? Nice job. You got it right, Eva-sama and Angie-sama. And Eva, you're so awesome. Oh yeah, and to add to the oddities, we're having a Halloween party and giving people presents, which is the first I've ever heard of something like that. We had to work together to solve that one. It's a team effort. And here's my medal. Please, take it. Alright, I got another medal. Thank you. You didn't get it, did you, Kennen-kun? I'll bet it was hard. Not bad, coming from you, Nei-san. Why did you try saying sorry for making fun of you? If you don't, I'll make all your meals O and I. O is one thing, but eating I all the time would be awful. I would eat W all the time. Careful, you'll get cavities. But if you ever come to my house to play, I'll be more than willing to share. Yay! I love you, Aunt Eva. In the end, Cannon caved under the threat of I cooking and was forced to apologize to Shannon. You got one medal. Sweet. Hello. Welcome. I'm doing a bit of a recap on this one because of the bad ending last time. That's all for our puzzles. Did you enjoy them? Yeah. Thanks. Hey, welcome. You too, man. It seems the others still have some brain twisters waiting for you. Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Please be careful. I think I'm ready anyways. Good point. Everyone left looks like there'll be a challenge. But we'll win. We can do it if we work together. That's right. Let's combine our wits and move on. Goodbye. And good luck. Shannon and Cannon returned to the kitchen with the serving cart. The dining hall was filled with such an exciting and fun atmosphere. But out here in the corridor, one was reminded of the fierce winds and the rain. But they were satisfied with this. The whole point of this noisy farewell party was to forget the loneliness of the rain for just a little bit. So, we've reached the end of this long game. I feel relieved. Finally, we won't have to be toys for anyone else. I'd like to be quietly forgotten, to get covered with dust and vanish. You're wrong. We aren't going to vanish like that. In the world locked inside the cat box, our future will continue, unknown to anyone. You're right. Sorry. That's a world that even we can't know about. So I forgot. Just what kind of future will we make for ourselves in the cat box world? I don't know. That's why it's called the cat box. Good point. Don't you have any regrets, Nei-san? About George-sama, for instance? Receiving that ring is all you can do for George-sama. As for marriage, living together, and the rest, our future inside the cat box is what will make all that come true, isn't it? I'm not the only one. It's the same for you, right? What about a future for you and my lady Jessica? I could break off my engagement with George-sama, then leave the island and disappear. That future is also possible for me. In that world, you wouldn't have to hesitate for my sake. You could enjoy your youth to the fullest with my lady. If you gave up on your engagement with George-sama, that sort of world might be possible. So, since it's a cat box, the world where I spend my life with George-sama and the world where you spend your life with my lady can both exist at the same time. It's a world where any contradicting dreams can exist at once. That's the world we'll be put away in as pieces. So, there's no need to be lonely, no need to be sad, even though the me here, right now, can only observe the part where I accept George-sama's ring. The other me, who lives in the cat box, in a world I cannot witness, will surely build a happy life in the future. The cat box is such a strange thing, a place where any peace and toys and dreams can be kept. It's no cage sealing us in. On the contrary, being inside the cat box means being free from everything in countless worlds. A world where we're freed from everything, and yet where all of our wishes come true. However, the me in that world won't be the me here and now. That's a bit depressing. Hey, Canon-kun. Yes? Let's do it. Do what? Let's have a duel. Are you sure? We both wish we'd settled this much sooner. And yet, we've put it off until the last moment, just before the game is going to end. Sure. The game is nearly over anyway. Now, at the very end, it's time to settle us, for us to settle things by ourselves. That way, we'll be able to see our future before we're put away in the cat box. Sure. Let's do it. How will we decide it? A coin? Or with pistols again? In that case, why don't we have our own quiz tournament? You're really getting into this. Okay then. First question. But yeah, his where he is next. But his quote about the me here and now won't be the me inside the cat box. Yeah, that's the problem I see with all the talks of alternate me's. It's an alternate version of me, but it is not me. It's the me who took a different choice. It's not the me sitting here now. It's a minor yet very significant detail. Anyway. I'm gonna give Angie a really hard one. I'll trick her with my extra hard puzzle and make sure she never gets my medal. I'll solve it. I'll definitely solve it. As soon as Maria and Angie crossed gazes, they started fighting. The two girls, so close in age, were really good friends, but they also fought a lot, especially when they were opponents in a game. Maria-chan probably knows tons of different quizzes. This should be interesting. Let's have it. Not now. I'm the star, so I'll go after Mama. Really? You're sure it's okay for me to go first? Yeah. Then, let's begin. Ready? Alright. Rockin' Jima is about to explode. There's only 1 hour left until the explosion. Rosa can make the stack of ingots in the underground VIP room in 3 minutes. However, the ingots are heavy, so she can only carry 1 out at a time. Furthermore, it takes her 5 minutes to carry it up to the surface. She starts at the surface and goes back and forth between the surface and the underground VIP room. So how many ingots can Rosa carry out of the underground VIP room? One hour, huh? Is this a simple math problem? Give me a sec. I got the feeling that there's more to this than just math. But we'll just go with the default route for now, just to figure it out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, huh? So she goes down in 3, up in 5. So 8 minutes a bar. It looks like about 7 ingots is what she can get with just default time shenanigans. Rosa makes a stack of ingots in the underground VIP room in 3 minutes. However, the ingots are heavy, so she can only carry out 1 out at a time. Furthermore, it takes her 5 minutes to carry it up to the surface. She starts at the surface and goes back and forth between the surface and the underground VIP room. How many ingots can Rosa carry out of the underground VIP room? Well, with the wording out of the underground VIP room as opposed to back to the surface, that's a little bit of a different wording. She can carry 7 to the surface. She could technically get 8 if she stepped outside of the room. Now I'm going to ask the hint just to verify some of this. I guess you don't need a hint for this one. You're right. I made it for Anji-chan. It's probably a bit too easy for you, Nei-san. 1 hour 60 minutes, and it takes 8 minutes for each round trip. Good luck. I know you can solve it. I won't give you a hint this time. Alright, fair enough. So, yeah, it would just be 7. Save first, because I can probably screw this up somehow. Yeah. I think my mental math is right. Huh? Why is that wrong? Sorry about that. Okay, so it was the 8 outside of the room. Yeah, so it is the 8. The hint was actually detrimental to that solution. That would be 8. 8 ingots. Are you sure? It takes 8 minutes to carry each ingot to the surface, right? 8 times 8 is more than 60. That's right. But the question was, how many can she carry out of the room? Well, does it only have to take 1 step out of the room to carry it out? Nice going, Andy-chan. All those puzzles have really warmed you up good. That's right. To do 7 trips, you need 8 times 7 equals 56 minutes. There are only 4 minutes left. However, you can make it back to the underground room in 3 minutes and carry out the 8th ingot in the last minute. Not bad, Angie. Nice one. Yeah. I'm not gonna lose to you, Maria One-chan. Congratulations. Here's my medal. Now you can try the puzzle Maria picked out just for you. You got 1 medal. Yay. Cool. So, it's finally my turn. You took so long on Mama's easy puzzle, I got a little worried. There's no way you'll ever solve this one. I've got Aunt Eva with me, and we'll solve it together. Impossible, impossible, impossible. Even Aunt Eva can't solve this one. Wolves and sheep puzzles are incredibly hard. Wolves and sheep puzzles, huh? From her handbag, Ray pulled out the wolves and sheep puzzle book that was worn out, well used, and had a majestic feel to it, like a grimoire. You know what a wolves and sheep puzzle is, right? I know. You show me those all the time. They're puzzles about using a boat to take everyone from one shore to a river to another. They usually have a few bizarre rules. When there's wolves and sheep, you can't let the number of wolves on either shore get bigger than the number of sheep, right? Yeah, that's right. Send a boat back and forth, moving everyone to the other side, while making sure that there are never more wolves than sheep. But the ones with just wolves and sheep are the simplest, easiest, plainest, beginner's basic practice puzzle. And you get to the higher levels, you have many things other than wolves and sheep. It's pretty clever. Can we write this down on a piece of paper? I've got a pen. Good idea. I'll definitely make it easier for you to sort out your thoughts. Sounds like this puzzle would be a handful. There's no way you're getting my medal, Angie. I won't lose. I'm not gonna lose. You must use a 2-passenger boat to carry each person to the opposite bank of the river. On the near bank, there is a peasant, his wife, a shepherd, and a sheep, a cow, some meat, and some vegetables. All these count as 1 passenger in the boat. The boat can only be rowed by the peasant. We got a peasant, his wife, and the shepherd. If his wife is with the shepherd while the peasant isn't around, they'll run away together. Okay, so wife and shepherd. The wife's with the shepherd while the peasant is around, they'll run away together. If the shepherd is near the meat, when both the peasant and his wife are not around, he'll eat it. If the sheep is near the vegetables when the shepherd is around, he'll eat them. If the cow is near the vegetable when none of the humans are around, let me see, give me a sec. You meet when both the peasant and when both the peasant and his wife are not around. Shit. Wife, shepherd, peasant isn't around. Sheep is near the vegetables. When the shepherd isn't around, he'll eat them. The cow is near the vegetables. When none of the humans, peasant, wife, or shepherd, are around, he'll eat them. It's a lot of trouble to unload the meat. So once it's been unloaded once, it can't be unloaded again. Shit, man. The vegetables are easily bruised, so they can only ride the boat once. Ride the boat, that's important. Can you achieve the objective in the smallest number of steps? Shit, this is gonna take a while. Okay, so... two-passenger boat. Carry each person to the opposite bank of the river. On the near bank, a peasant, his wife, a shepherd, a sheep, a cow, some meat, some vegetables. Okay, so we need... let's start rolling out some combinations. Okay, so the wife and the shepherd can't be together. The shepherd and the meat can't be there. The shepherd can't be with the meat without the peasant and the wife. This one sucks, man. Okay. That's going to be the big one. The shepherd can't be alone with the meat without the peasant and the wife. That's what it said, right? If the shepherd is near the meat when both the peasant and his wife are not around, he'll eat it. So it's the shepherd and the peasant, the meat's gone. Shepherd and the wife, well, they run away together. What the hell, shepherd? I'm Commander Shepherd, and this is my favorite pile of meat. Alright, so... the shepherd is the big problem. Yeah, the cow's near the vegetables, and all the humans around, he'll eat them. The sheep is near the vegetables. When the shepherd isn't around, he'll eat them. So the shepherd, the sheep, and the vegetables is a safe combination. And the cow. If the wife is with the shepherd while the peasant isn't around, they'll run away together. Shepherd's near the meat. When both the peasant and his wife aren't around, he'll eat it. The sheep is near the vegetables. When the shepherd isn't around, he'll eat them. We need a human to row the boat. Okay. So let's see, how can we split up the humans? The shepherd sucks. The peasant has the most room to work with. Peasant, his wife, and the shepherd. Wife and the shepherd, while the peasant is around, they'll run away together. Both the peasant and his wife not around. The sheep is near the vegetables. When the shepherd isn't around, he'll eat them. When the shepherd... okay, so... let's start with... alright, let's go with... peasant wife. Let's go with shepherd and the vegetables? The shepherd and the sheep. That's what it was. So, 1, 2. Shepherd and the sheep on the far shore. The sheep can be left alone until the shepherd comes back. Shepherd comes back, picks up the cow. Whoa. Go with that example, I guess. So sheep, shepherd, and cow. Next one over. So we have sheep and the cow on the far side. What was it with the shepherd and meat? When both the peasant and his wife are not around, he'll eat it. The cows eat the vegetable, the human trying to unload meat, so once it's been loaded on, it can't be unloaded again. The vegetables are used to bruise, they can only ride in the boat once. That's a weird way of saying that. Vegetables are easily bruised, they can only ride the boat once. So, okay, you can't keep the vegetables in the boat back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They have to, once you pick them up, you have to drop them off. Alright, so if we drop them off, we'll probably have to pick up the cow. Shit. Okay, so we got the shepherd, the sheep, and the cow on one side. Shepherd drops the cow off, rows back. Row back, I can't keep forgetting this. And so we have the peasant wife, shepherd, meat, and vegetables. He rides back, gets off, and the wife and the meat go back to one side. Drops off the meat because the cow and the sheep won't mess with that, and the woman goes back. She gets back there, and we got the meat stuck over there. So okay. Wife and the meat over there. Drop off the meat. Meat is now done. Wife comes back. Wife steps off. The peasant and the shepherd get in the boat. They go off to the other side. The shepherd is dropped off. Peasant rows back. Okay. Peasant picks up the vegetables, rows back, drops them off. Peasant rows back, picks up his wife, rows back, and that would be the solution. A solution at the very least. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Looks to be 13 steps. I'm gonna double check this again, but I think that's 13 steps. So, okay, so shepherd and sheep, step 1. Shepherd and the sheep goes to the other side, drops off the sheep. Shepherd comes back. Shepherd picks up the cow and brings it over. 3. Drops it off. Shepherd comes back. Gets off. The wife and the meat are picked up. Wife goes over. 5. Wife comes back. 6. The peasant and the shepherd get over there. 7. The peasant comes back. 8. Shepherd, okay. I'm just gonna, okay. Okay, so my notes aren't quite the most legible. Start over. Shepherd and sheep. 1, 2. Shepherd and cow. 3, 4. Wife and meat. 5, 6. Peasant and shepherd. 7, 8. Peasant and vegetables. 9, 10. Peasant and wife. 11. I've got it down to 11. Okay, so shepherd sheep. 1, 2. Shepherd and cow. 3, 4. Wife and meat. 5, 6. Peasant and shepherd. 7, 8. Peasant and vegetables. 9, 10. Peasant and wife. 11. I think I can do it in 11. I'm gonna save. Any way to do that in less steps? Just one less step. I'm not so sure. You have to set it up. I think that is the answer. B, 10 to 14. Something else. Before I click that, you must use a 2-passenger boat to carry each person to the opposite bank of the river. All these kind of one passenger. Okay. You must use a 2-passenger boat to carry each person to the opposite bank of the river. Peasant, his wife, and a shepherd. Okay, so, milk can be rowed by the peasant, his wife, or the shepherd. If the wife is with the shepherd while the peasant isn't around, they'll run away together. Peasant, wife, and shepherd. Peasant and shepherd. Drop off the shepherd. So, 1, 2, 3. You must use a 2-passenger boat to carry each person to the opposite bank of the river. On the near bank, there's a peasant, his wife, and a shepherd, a sheep, a cow, some meat, and some vegetables. All of those count as passengers on the boat. Can you achieve the objective in the smallest number of steps? So, the full transport everything over there would be 11 steps. Transport the people, less than 10, so 3. Or something else. Okay, so technically less than 10 steps, but that something else is weird. Alright, so I saved already, so it's 3 steps for the people. A. This really is a nasty problem. Can it really be solved? There's some trick to it, like throwing things in the river without using the boat? Making the cow eat the vegetables so they can be carried as one passenger? Well, who knows? That's as far as you can go. Maybe you should give up, right? This one's really hard. Even Mama couldn't solve it. But I solved it on my first try. So, do you get it? How many trips does it take to get every person across? This isn't a cheap trick or a riddle, right? There's no way you can solve this straightforwardly, right? Xiao? No, that's not true. I'm sure you'll get it, Nei-san. Smart as you are. How many trips does it take to get every person across? I've got it. 3 trips. Huh? 3? How? It's easy. The peasant and his wife get on the boat, then the wife gets dropped off on the other side of the first move. Then the peasant takes the boat back across to the second move. Then he crosses with the shepherd in the third move. But what about the cow and the sheep? What about the meat and the vegetables? But Aunt Eva, it said to take every person across, right? Those other things aren't people. Huh? As Aunt Eva's mouth flopped open, Aunt Rosa started applauding. After clicking her tongue, Maria One-chan joined in. That's right. The question just asks how many moves it would take to move each person across. The animals and luggage never had anything to do with it. I only got it because you kept saying every person over and over again, Mama. No, I got it before that. I did. Aww. Even without a hint. Aunt Rosa had probably said it so much as a sort of hint. Without that, even I wouldn't have figured it out. Come on. I was totally taken in. That was a mean question. Go on, Maria. Give Angie-chan her medal. Whining like an unhappy dog, she reluctantly handed the medal over. I grabbed it and started jumping around like a happy dog. As Maria One-chan smiled at me from behind, her face was bright, just like a big sister's. We got a medal! Yay. That's the end of our riddles. Let's play again sometime, okay? Next time, I'll have a really nasty puzzle that's even harder. One so hard that even I couldn't solve it. No way. I'm not playing with Maria One-chan anymore. Look, Andy-chan. Your parents are waving at you. So let's go. See you later, Rosa. Sure? Later, Andy-chan. There aren't too many people left with puzzles for you. Keep it up until the end. And make sure you keep cheering her on. Nei-san. Of course. We got all these medals by working together, right? Yeah. We dashed away. Dad and Mom are waving at me from over there. I'm sure they've thought up some mean problems. Still, they have to be easier than Maria One-chan's. I hate Maria One-chan. She's such a meanie. But, yeah, my other solution would work for a standard one, I believe, right? I was thinking about that one for him, for Maria's riddle. Or you bullied her too much with that puzzle. Well, I wanted to play with Angie a lot. If it was an easy one, she'd solve it right away, right? You really love Angie, don't you? I hate her. She made fun of you and called you a stuffed animal. Maria pouted as she said this, but her expression didn't match her words at all. I hope Angie finds happiness. I'm sure she will. After all, look at all the people here wishing for her happiness. And now, Battler's the game master, and he set up this final game just for Angie. After all this, there's no way she won't be happy. Still, even though anyone can make happiness appear, you can only ever grasp it for yourself. That's right. That kid is really bad at finding fragments of happiness. Even though we try to teach her how, she's been covering her ears for 12 full years. This game might be much harder for Angie than Battler thinks. I'm sure Angie will find happiness. Yeah, she really does enjoy herself at this party. That itself might be the greatest lesson we can teach her now. Angie is the girl who doesn't believe and says that everything is a trick, no matter what magic is shown to her. 12 years in the future, that girl will become the last person to inherit Beatrice's name. At one point in time, that kid understood my white magic. Yeah, and she understood me too. She even summoned all the 7 sisters and understood magic itself. And yet, she still can't use magic on herself. Let us believe, just as Battler did once in the past. Beato. It is easy to cast magic on others, and believing in other people's magic is not so difficult. The hardest thing is casting magic on yourself. Is that something Angie can do? She can. Even Battler managed to understand magic. Of course, his little sister will be able to do the same. You're right. There are some kinds of magic that we can only see when we're kids. And there are some that only adults can understand. Right now, Angie's between the 2 of those. She's lost the magic of children, but she has yet to understand the magic of adults. It's the most painful period of one's life. It's so sad that she didn't have anyone close to her at a time like that. That's not true. We're always by that kid's side. She just doesn't believe it. Maria calling somebody a kid. It's weird. Angie, please realize that quickly. There are so many people smiling at you from behind, watching over you. If you just turn around, we'll be able to smile so much more, and talk to you so much more. You're Angie Beatrice, the final witch of Myriad Saussure. Even if you aren't able to do the right thing in the end, I pray that you can at least enjoy yourself tonight. Have fun, Angie. So long. The time we spent together feels so long, yet so short. Even so, for me, those memories are eternal. How's it going, Angie? Did you get a ton of medals? I wonder how many it is now. Just count them. Me too. Let's count them later, okay? It seems you've been given quite a few puzzles already. Yeah. Once I get your puzzles, I think only the cousins are left. Is that so, huh? Alright. Time to take a shot at Mom and Dad's puzzles. I'll warn you, they're gonna be hard. Everyone says the same thing, but we just keep on solving them. Yeah, we'll get those medals together. That's the spirit. Okay, I guess I'll go first. There were 3 girls. Miyoko, I'm the oldest. Satoko, Rika isn't the oldest. Rika, Miyoko is a liar. Nippa. Only the oldest of the three girls is speaking the truth. So, who is the oldest? Oh, it's one of these ones. Give me a sec. These ones can be fun. Alright. The trick is figuring out if one of them is a lie. If two of them are a truth, it cancels out stuff. Okay, so only the oldest of the three girls is speaking the truth. So, who is the oldest? Only the oldest is speaking the truth, so only one is right. Let's start with Miyoko. I'm the oldest. If that's true, then the other two have to be lies. Rika isn't the oldest. Miyoko is a liar. That adds up. Satoko. Rika isn't the oldest. Okay, so if that one is true, and Satoko is the oldest, then Miyoko is lying. And then Rika says Miyoko is a liar, which is true, which can't be. Go with Rika's. Miyoko is a liar. Nippa. If that's true, then Miyoko is the not the oldest, and Rika is the oldest. So it'd be the last two are true. So it has to be Miyoko, right? Double check. Miyoko, I'm the oldest. Only the oldest of the three is speaking the truth, so who's the oldest? She's the oldest. Rika there it is. There's the problem. Miyoko's telling the truth. I'm the oldest. And Satoko, Rika isn't the oldest. Would be true, because Miyoko is a liar. Only the oldest is speaking the truth. Okay, so I'm the oldest. True. Nothing inherently wrong with that. Rika isn't the oldest. That would be a lie. Which means that she is the oldest. That can't work. Okay, so Rika isn't the oldest. Let's go with that one true. Then that means Miyoko is telling the truth. But then she's lying. It can't work. Rika. Miyoko is a liar. Nippa. So Miyoko's a liar. She's not the oldest. And then Rika isn't the oldest. Is a lie. So Miyoko is a liar. Miyoko, I'm the oldest. That would be a lie. Rika isn't the oldest. That's a lie. She is the... So it has to be Rika. Has to be Rika, right? Just... Has to be Rika. Right? Rika! That's right. Nice job, Angie-chan. Hard to imagine such a smart girl being related to that dope of a father. Yeah, sorry for being adult. How's it going, Angie? Did you think of all the combinations? Yeah, yeah. If Miyoko is the oldest, then what Satoko says is true. Only the oldest person is supposed to tell the truth, so that doesn't make sense. That's right. Then what if Satoko is the oldest? If she is, then Rika would be telling the truth when she says Miyoko is a liar, which doesn't work. So, Rika has to be the oldest. Good job. Here's my medals for you. Congrats. Thank you, Mom. We got a medal! Yay! Rudolph is up next. I wonder what sort of puzzle he has for us. Well, I guess I'll do a liar puzzle too. Let's crank it up a notch this time. Okay, so we're at 14. We are getting close to the end here. 3 more puzzles, including this one. Alright, this time, Miyoko, Satoko, and Rika are all wearing masks. None of them know who is who. We'll have them write on paper, so no one can recognize the voices of the others. Girl on the right. The girl in the middle is Miyoko. Girl on the middle. The girl on the left is Miyoko. Girl on the left. The girl on the right is Satoko. Of these 3, Miyoko is speaking the truth. However, Satoko and Rika aren't necessarily lying. So, who are the 3 girls from left to right? However, Satoko and Rika aren't necessarily lying. Oh, Miyoko is speaking the truth. Aren't necessarily lying, so they can overlap. So who are the 3 girls from left to right? Start with the first one. Girl on the right. Left, middle, right. Girl on the right. The girl in the middle is Miyoko. Middle is Miyoko. Miyoko is speaking the truth. The girl on the left is Miyoko. So that actually can't be right. The girl on the left is the only one that can be Miyoko. So, if it's Miyoko talking, the girl in the middle is Miyoko, the girl on the left is Miyoko. Neither of those are able to be Miyoko because she's speaking the truth, and she can't say she's me, she's me. She's the only one who is Miyoko. So the girl on the left is Miyoko. So, so it's either E or F. Okay. Girl on the left. The girl on the right is Satoko. Which would mean the girl in the middle is Rika. So, Miyoko speaking the truth. First 2 can't be it, so third one left has to be Miyoko. The girl on the right is Satoko. The girl on the right is Satoko. Middle one is, that's a lie. The girl on the left is Miyoko. That one is true. Okay. Girl on the left is Miyoko. The girl in the middle is Rika. So it has to be E. It has to be E. I know who Miyoko is. She's on the left. And after all, the girls in the middle and on the right both say that someone else is Miyoko. If they were Miyoko, they couldn't lie and say that someone else was Miyoko. That's right. Miyoko's supposed to be honest. So, when someone says that someone else is Miyoko, they can't be her. So, since the middle one and the right one aren't Miyoko, the left one automatically is. And since Miyoko speaks the truth, then it's also true that the kid on the right is Satoko. Which means the only kid left, the one in the middle, is Rika. Perfect. You solved it like it was nothing. Angie, you really are smart like your mom. Dad rubbed my cheek and hugged me. We got a medal. These feel surprisingly easier than the ones I went through before. It's weird. That's all for our puzzles. Listen up, Angie. Life will lead you through countless puzzles. Aunt Eva is here to help you now, so it's okay to rely on her. However, you'll have to solve most problems in life by yourself. When that happens, you must remember the advice you've gotten from those who have helped you in the past. Okay, I get it. Eva-san, take care of Angie. Yes, of course. Even though the cousins were the only ones who hadn't given us puzzles, Mom spoke as though I was leaving on a long, long trip. Weird. Let's go, Angie-chan. The game will be over soon. I wonder what Grandpa will give us for getting all the medals. Me too. Still, we've already got many things that are far more wonderful than that prize. What do you mean? We've all had a lot of fun talking to you like this, Angie-chan. Hmm? I don't get it. You're weird. I'm sorry. Let's go then. Now, all that's left is cousins and Beatrice, I guess. Does Battler not count? What is it? Why did you tell me to come over here? Is it something to do with Angie? No, that's not it. Rudolph put a cigarette in his mouth and toyed with his lighter. Though he should have done this easily, he somehow managed to mess up several times. I wanted to take this to my grave. No, hide it away in a cat box. If I just kept my mouth shut until tomorrow night, I'd be able to do that. It'd be easy. I might be killed tonight. That's what I wanted to talk about. I knew it. I knew you were hiding something. Did you? Guess I still need more practice. If it isn't about Angie, then who is it about? You weren't talking about Asumu-san, right? It's about Battler. Yeah, what he brought up in like the first or second game. That has never been brought back. It comes to the same thing. I've tried to behave with some help towards Battler-kun, right? Even though he's Asumu-san, I've tried to treat him the same as Angie. I do think of him as a child in our family, so don't worry. He's not just a kid in our family. He's my kid, and yours. I'm sorry, but you'll have to let me draw the line there. You don't get it. He's my kid, and yours. What? You didn't have a stillbirth. Asumu did. Back then, when I was double timing the two of you, I got myself stuck and couldn't find a way out. You don't mean... Asumu and I were married. You and I were cheating. Then, Asumu had a stillbirth, and you gave birth. My head was a mess with it all. The sin Rudolph committed when his mind was at its most chaotic was to switch the two babies. I was even better off financially back then. I was young, and I didn't give a damn about what lengths I went to. I threatened the hospital while slapping them with money, and switched your kid with Asumu's. If Kiri had a child, Rudolph would have to maintain two households. However, if Kiri had a stillbirth, and the child who survived was Asumu's, that would settle everything. The stillbirth might even have given him a chance to break off his relationship with Kiri. It was a grave sin, one that simply couldn't be forgiven as an act of youthful enthusiasm and immaturity. That's why I should be apologizing to all three of you. I forced Asumu to raise a kid that wasn't hers. That woman wasn't anywhere near as generous and accepting as she looked. There's a chance she figured it out. However, she raised Battler, who loved her as a mother, with all the affection she had. And in Kiri and Battler's cases, he had to atone for an even greater sin. He stole every moment of everyday family life that they should have shared as mother and son. Until this very day, Kiri had believed that Battler was Asumu's child. Though she had acted kindly towards him on the surface, She had always kept a distance in her heart between herself and Asumu's son. Finally, Rudolph's conscience had been unable to bear seeing her like that. But Kiri sank into a crouch, unable to speak. Feel free to curse me. In fact, I couldn't complain if you killed me where I stand. That's how horrible my sin against you is. This is the secret I wanted to confess before the cat box closes over us. Battler-kun. I'm so sorry, Kiri. And to you, Battler. That's not the biggest surprise, because I had a feeling that... Does the portrait keep changing, or we keep shifting to a different area? Because wasn't the one back there Beatrice? Oh, but yeah, I had a feeling it was like that, because they talked about stillbirth, and they had births at the same time, but the whole thing felt like, yeah, there's probably some funny business going on there. So I thought as much, but kind of forgot about it. Come to think of it, we've already gone through a ton of puzzles. Yeah. Now there's only George and Ichan, Jessica and Ichan, Battler and Ichan, and Beatrice left. Oh, they're finally here. They could hardly wait. Thought you might have forgotten about us. See, oh, it's just the other side of the hall is what it is. Okay. Finally, we challenged George and Ichan and Jessica and Achan. That's what it is. Sorry to keep you two waiting. So, did you think of some incredibly hard ones for us? We decided to give you one puzzle together. My. Even one riddle from this pair sounds challenging. It's a special puzzle we made just for Angie-chan, so good luck. Special one, huh? I'll solve it. I'll definitely solve it. Okay, then let's go. Jessica-chan, let's set them out. There you go. They placed 3 small, colorful cubic boxes on the table. 2 of these are traps. The other has metal inside. Angie-chan, do you think you can guess which one has the metal in it? Not without a hint. That would just be luck. That's right. So far, this is just a test of luck with 3 choices. In other words, your odds of winning are 1 in 3. George, this isn't a quiz. It really is just a test of luck. The puzzle comes later. Let's continue. Okay, Angie. Which of these has a metal inside, do you think? Just say the first one that pops into your head. A red box, a blue box, and a green box. There's no way to know which one it's in. This really is a test of luck. Well, that's horrible. In a way, this is even worse than a hard puzzle. After all, if you solve a hard puzzle, you'll always be right. But in the very beginning, I picked the almond with a 1 in 15 chance. Compared to that, a 1 in 3 chance is 5 times easier to get. There's no point worrying about it. Might as well test my luck again. Then, this one. The red box? Then let's set this box right in front of you. Wouldn't it be great if there's metal inside? So, let's start with a little warm-up. What's the probability of the metal being inside that red box? 1 in 3. That's right. Since this really is a simple test of luck. Are you sure, Angie? Are you absolutely sure you're happy with that red box? After all, we're gonna make you open it in a second. If it's a trap, it'll be really scary. Is this the Monty Hall problem? Jessica and H-chan grinned threateningly. Are you happy with the red box? The medal might be in the blue box, or the green box. Do you want to change your mind? It's the Monty Hall problem, isn't it? It's not fair for them to scare me like that, not after I've already made my choice. And I know, all of the boxes have the same probability of having a medal in them. Whether I try to open the red box, or change my mind and try the blue or green boxes, the probability will be the same. So, stick with your first choice is my motto. Wrong one. I'll stay with this red box. I won't change my mind. I'm happy with the red box. I'll bet on it. That's the spirit. But seriously, traps are terrifying. Why don't we show you just how scary they are? Jessica and H-chan laughed creepily, then opened the green box. And then, bang! Pumpkin monsters and ribbons came flying out of the box. It scared me a little. No, that's a lie. It scared me a lot. If that came flying out of the box I opened right in my face, I might fall to my knees and start crying. Angie, are you sure you want the red box? Something really scary might come flying out, okay? Are you sure you don't want to switch to the blue box? I'm not scared. I'll stick with the red box. You're going a bit overboard, Jessica-chan. So, one of the boxes is now gone, and there's only two left. This is where the puzzle starts. Angie-chan? You mean, which box is the medal in? We have the red box, that's been sitting in front of you the whole time, and the blue box here in front of me, which has a higher probability of having a medal inside it. That's the puzzle. It's the Monty Hall problem, which is a very bizarre set of things. There are three boxes, a red one, a blue one, and a green one. One of those boxes has a medal inside. The other two have terrifying traps inside. I picked the red box. Then Jessica spoke. Are you sure you want that one? The trap boxes are really terrifying. I'll open one and show you. And she opened the green box, showing me that it was a trap box. Only the red box and the blue box were left. Do you want me to open the red box, or do you want to switch? So, which box has a higher probability of holding the medal, the red box or the blue box? The way this works is you start out one of three. Red, green, blue. Red, blue, green, whatever the hell it is. They each have a 1 in 3. We picked this one, and then they showed us this one, okay? So we've got 2 boxes left. Now we have a 50-50 chance. However, the one we started with still has a 1 in 3 chance because of what we had. So this was still 1 in 3. This was taken away as an option. So now it's 1 in 3 and 1 in 2. So the second switchable box is actually a higher probability. It somehow makes sense, even though the box literally didn't change. Because we have the red box, blue box has a higher probability. Oh. The odds are better for the blue box. And why is that? Well, I just sort of... Think back to the 15-slice cake that you found the almond in. If there was only one almond, the odds of winning were 1 in 15, right? Yeah, 1 in 15. I figured that out when the cake first appeared. I thought that waiting for a lot of people to get wrong ones would make my chances for winning higher. But in the end, no matter where I ate my slice, the odds were still 1 in 15. Still, Angie-chan, what if the servants were also having cake? And it started with 20 slices. Huh? What? This is a party, right? It's not fair that the servants don't get any cake, don't you think? So let's say it was originally a 20-slice cake. The servants took out 5 slices, then redecorated it as a 15-slice cake, and let you choose a slice. That's not quite how cakes work, but sure. If so, what would your chances of choosing the right slice be? If there really were 20 slices, then the chances would be 1 in 20. However, the servants know where the almond is, so they chose 5 slices for themselves that had no almonds. In other words, they removed 5 losing slices. That would mean your chances of winning were 1 in 15, not 1 in 20. They took out losing slices, so the odds would obviously go up. Just now, Jessica-chan did the same thing. Jessica-chan removed one of the 2 boxes you didn't choose. In other words, the odds that the remaining box you didn't choose was the winner went up a bit, right? I sort of get it, but not really. If you remove a losing box, it's only natural that your chances of getting the right one go up. And just now, Jessica and A-chan removed the losing box from the pair of boxes I didn't choose. So, doesn't it make sense that my odds of winning with those boxes went up? I'm getting confused. Actually, you really are incredible, Angie-chan. Even though you're only 6, you're trying to understand posterior probability, a concept in probability theory. Probability really is interesting. I'm sure you'll like it when you get into high school and college. Go and enjoy studying it all you can. My little head was already filled to the brim. Bewildered, I had to beg Aunt Eva for an explanation. Aunt Eva wore a bitter smile, too. I'll bet she doesn't really get it herself. As we felt a sense of connection through this failure, we happily grasped the medals we had wrangled out of them. We got two medals. Angie-chan? Could you come over here for a second? What is it, George Oni-chan? George Oni-chan and Jessica Oni-chan were calling to me from the window. Aunt Eva was talking with Mom and the others, and since it looked like they'd be a while, I went over to George Oni-chan and Jessica Oni-chan. What? It looks like the quiz tournament is almost over. Yeah. There's only Battler Oni-chan and Beatrice left. I'm starting to get sleepy. It's probably because of that adult drink I swiped from Dad. I've felt floaty ever since I drank that. That floaty feeling keeps getting stronger, and I've been feeling sleepy for a while now. I give a huge yawn. Sleepy? Yeah. If I had a sofa, I'd probably fall asleep. I see. Then I guess it's almost time for this party to end. The party will end if I fall asleep? But I just wanted to take a nap while everyone else kept having fun. Was our puzzle just now a hard one? Technically yes, but I knew it. Yeah. I still don't really get it. And I'm sleepy. It's called posterior probability. That's what we call it when the probability of something changes because we learn or fail to learn some piece of information. Did George Oni-chan call me all the way over here to lecture me on math? For some reason, I feel even sleepier now. So, if we have 1 almond and 10 slices of cake, our chances of getting it are 10%. But what if we learn that those 10 pieces were chosen at random from 100 pieces? You think the probability went from 1 to 10 to 1 in 100, right? Absolutely nothing has changed about your slice of cake. Depending on whether you know or don't know a certain fact, the probability of your slice being the winner changes. Doesn't that sound strange? That sounds hard, so I don't want to think about it. Probability in and of itself is mathematizing the unknown. We don't know things, and we do know this, so trying to narrow it down. That's what probability is. Angie, please, just listen until the end. Jessica Nei-chan's voice grew a bit stern. As soon as I was, I couldn't understand what all this was supposed to mean to me. There's only one thing I want to tell you. So please, don't forget this. What? In the future, various bits of information will affect the slice of cake in your hands. By learning about those, the insides of your slice might change. Sometimes they'll change into things you want. But, most likely, almost all of the changes will be bad ones. And the truth is always right there in your hands, Angie. Don't you think it's stupid to let it change around just because you hear other people talking? Just because they think the truth should be one thing or another? You're making concepts. The truth inside of you has been in your hands since the beginning. The nature of that truth is actually something you decide for yourself. You change it yourself depending on what you hear and what you refuse to listen to. You probably don't get what we're saying, but you have to understand. Even if you can't understand when you're 6 years old, I'm sure you will once 12 years have passed. With various serious expressions on their faces, they grasped my shoulders as they spoke. I don't know what they're trying to tell me. The truth that lies in your hands is not unchangeable. You'll be interfered with many ways that'll make it change. So, if the truth in your hands is really important to you, you need to protect it yourself. Don't forget it. Yes, no. Yes, no. Next is Oni-chan and Beatrice's puzzles, and then I'm done. Oh, really? Even though there were so many of us, it looks like it's finally over. How was it? Did you enjoy tonight's party? Yeah, it was fun, but I think I'm a bit sleepy. That's no surprise, considering how much we've been running around. I rubbed my eyes. I must have gotten really excited. But whenever I get excited, I'm always tired afterwards. Right now, I'd rather have a sofa to lie on than medals. I've got a special puzzle just for you. But are you sure you want it? If you're sleepy, you can stop now. No, I've come this far, so I'll keep going. Yawn. Oni-chan and Beato laughed at my yawn. I have the urge to yawn. Looks like it's time to call it a day. Indeed. Angie, let us leave my puzzle for later. It's too difficult to be solved with one with eyes as sleepy as that. No way. I've come this far, and I also want Anyan's medal. Well, that's not very fair. I'm just so sleepy. Angie drifted over to a chair in the corner of the room and plopped down onto it. Then she closed her eyes and sat there like a doll. It didn't take long before the cute sound of her breathing in her sleep could be heard. When she saw that Angie was finally asleep, Beato spoke softly. Quiet, please, everyone. Angie fell asleep. When she spoke, the peaceful clatter that filled the room fell silent. Everyone looked down into Angie's sleeping face. Each of them wore an affectionate gaze, as if they just watched the baby finally drift to sleep. Did Angie-chan have a good time? But of course, the feeling might not be so strong now. But one day, she will surely remember tonight's party and understand how fun it was. You're right. It was fun for us too, getting to play with Angie-chan. By this point, everyone was standing in a wide circle around Angie as she slept. It's actually kind of creepy when you think about it. Now that the guest of honor was asleep, this Halloween party had reached its conclusion. So long, my granddaughter. I was so pleased to have this chance to play with you again after 12 years. It matters not if you forget everything about me. Remember me as an arrogant despot. But every now and then, just try and remember how much I adored you. She will remember. Angie-san, you have a long life ahead of you. Even after 12 years, there is still much for you to experience. I pray that you find this life meaningful and worthwhile. You are the final grandchild and daughter of the Ushimiya family. All of us pray for your happiness. Angie-chan, stay well. Happiness isn't something you'll find. It's something you make. And in fact, memories work the same way. True. There are some things that we only truly understand when we think back on them years later. Make sure you remember my pretty face every now and then. Just having you remember us is the greatest memorial service we could ever have. Oh, come on. It's not like we're dying. I'm just going to the inside of the cat box. The other side of the curtain. That's right. It's not even a curtain. It's just like we are now. Angie-chan's there, sleeping away. The rest of us are right by her side, watching over her. We'll always be with her. All of them still wore warm smiles, but the sound of sniffling came from several places throughout the room. This party wasn't only for the girl who wasn't able to be here this day. It was also for all those people who weren't able to meet her here, who never had the chance to say goodbye. Angie, live life strongly. Our blood flows through your veins. That'll definitely bring you strength. Eva-ne-san, take care of our daughter. She's not honest with herself, and she'll often be selfish and short-tempered. She might be a pain all the time, but I'll make sure she finds happiness, as long as she wants it herself. Angie-sama, it's okay if you forget my face, but please, at least remember the taste of my cooking. And I won't ask you to remember old Kumasawa, but please, at least remember the taste of mackerel juice. Someone said, "Why'd you feed her that?" And everyone laughed wryly. Her face looks so cute, sleeping there like that. She looks like an angel, just like her name. She's not an angel, she's a witch. Angie's the final witch, Angie Beatrice. I wonder if that magic will bring her happiness. Will she become a white witch? or Blackfoot. That's for Angie to choose. I've shown her both sides. I'm sure a painful life lies ahead for you. You probably believe that you're all alone in this world. But we will always be there, right behind you, cheering you on. Don't forget that. Angie, don't forget. Yourself, your happiness, your fate. These are all things you create for yourself. Only you can choose them. No one else can give you them, and no one else can hide them from you. Don't forget that. I'm sure your message reached her. I hope so. I'm certain the tale of the two of us will help Angie-san understand. Yeah. Don't you have anything to tell her, George-sama? I've already said all I wanted with that box puzzle. Will that puzzle teach her something? I don't know. But I do know that she's wise. I'm sure she'll learn something from it. Angie-sama, I pray that you're guided along the right path as you move towards the future. One by one, they stepped forward and said words of farewell to Angie. Then, finally, Battler and Beato walked forward. Angie, were you able to remember everyone? At least a little bit? Of course, Angie didn't answer in her sleep. But Battler continued. It's true that the Ushimiyas are a strange family. We're super rich, and that's given rise to all sorts of rumors and stories. However, that's all speculation made by people outside the island. No one will blame you for forgetting these kind memories, young as you were. But even so, you must remember. It is not a sin to forget, but to not remember again is a sin. All of us were really happy to have you at this party. Right, everyone? Everyone nodded at Battler's words. Everyone knew about the merciless and lonely life that awaited her. It was no longer possible for them to heal those wounds. If there was one thing they could do, it was to make her remember what a kind, fun family she once had. To remind her that both today and into the future, they would always care for her and watch over her. It goes without saying that this is an illusion. You cannot come to Rokkenjima on October 4th, 1986. This whole party we shared was all a magical illusion, created by the Game Master, Battler. But you've remembered, right? You've remembered the truth about how kind everyone was, and how much of a blast we all had at the family conferences, right? Angie breathed softly in her sleep. Who knows if those words truly reached her? Aunt Eva, take care of her. Do you really think that I deserve to become her mother? I do. Even though your own sadness was so unbearable, you tried so hard to be a mother for Angie. But in the end, it's okay. Angie, listen carefully. Battler grasped Angie's hand, then took Eva's hand and joined the two hands together. We know that a tragic fate leads to a future where you two hurt each other. It's a sad thing for Angie, and just as sad for Aunt Eva. It would have been cruel to ask you to open your heart to her. Likewise, it would have been cruel to ask Aunt Eva to keep on overcoming her sadness after being rejected. Neither of you is at fault. Even so, we have no right to tell you to forgive her. So we won't. Just try and understand. It doesn't matter how long it takes, how far into the future it happens. Just try and understand, Aunt Eva. And every once in a while, remember us. I concur. And every once in a while, remember this merry, cheerful, attractive paragon of a woman, and chant my name in praise 3 times every day. The relative smiled bitterly, apparently disagreeing with some of that last bit. Eva softly stroked Angie's cheek and spoke one last time. It's okay if you don't forgive your aunt. But it's true that I don't hate you. At least understand that. Eva wiped her eyes and slowly stood up. Hideyoshi held her shoulder, and Rudolph and Kiri gathered around her too. Genji-san, would you mind carrying Angie to somewhere she can lie down? As you wish. Shall I take her to the guest house? It'd be a little too sad to leave her there all alone. You're right. Would you carry her to a sofa in the parlor? That way she'll be able to come back if she wakes up and feels like joining in again. Genji gently lifted Angie up and carried her towards the parlor. Everyone continued to watch over her as she left. Shannon, Kana. In the end, how many medals did Angie gather? She got 17 medals. I see. And place this by her pillow. Yes, as you wish. Truthfully, I got 16, but yeah. Dang you, Kumasawa. That was a puzzle I had run into before, so I'm even more mad about that one, but what have you. Genji carried Angie to the parlor and set her down on the sofa. Shannon quietly laid a warm blanket on top of her. Cannon placed a message card by her pillow, along with that thing Kinzo had handed them. The message card reads as follows. Will all be with you, always, from the whole Ushirimiya family. And there, right by her pillow, was the gift from Kinzo, a Beatrice doll. Angie, mumbling in her sleep, held it tightly against her cheek. Let us go. We mustn't wake her. Nei-san. Yeah. Shannon thought she saw something glittering silver near Angie's eye. The servants left and closed the parlor door. As Angie slept, she was wrapped up in the soft sound of the rain. Surely she was reliving that fun evening once more in her dreams. Umineko no Naku Koro Nichiru, Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. After putting Angie to sleep in the parlor, Genji and the others returned. Thanks. Is she sleeping well? Yes. She is sleeping peacefully. The noise from here won't reach the parlor, right? That's right. The door is closed, so I don't think it will reach. Angie. Sweet dreams. Well then, that's enough solemn farewells. Let us begin the magnificent festivities we have planned for the after party. When Beato clapped her hands loudly above her head, a white flash filled the hall, and its entire appearance changed in an instant. The hall had transformed into a golden party chamber, with gold butterflies flitting around and gold leaf dancing everywhere. Yes, the true party shall now begin. You said it. Okay, the anti-magic toxin is totally gone. Everyone, come on in. The party after the show is about to start. With a burst of applause and cheering, a tornado of gold butterflies rose up in the center of the room. By the time it passed, the number of faces had grown significantly. Let the witch of the future find happiness, and let us of the past be rewarded for our efforts, yes? Indeed. Let us enjoy ourselves as well. Come on, we've been enjoying ourselves the whole time. In this world, the one who enjoys the most is the true winner. Come, let's have the Seven Sisters over here too. The Seven Sisters of Purgatory, right here. I can't believe the game's finally over. What do you think you're doing crying at the after party? You little crybaby. Lord Battler, Beatrice-sama, thank you for the invitation. I want to see 6-year-old Auntie Thomas, Thomas' sleeping face and have it all to myself. I want to see the food and have it all to myself. Then I want a hot guy to have all to myself. Why are you clinging to Battler when you say that? Stop, thief. Glad to see you, Seven Sisters of Purgatory. Enjoy yourselves. Ah yes, things do get much noisier the moment they enter a room. And what's so terrible about that? In fact, it still isn't nearly noisy enough. Another gold cyclone rose up. In its wake, 3 people with bunny ears came into view. Siesta Sister, Imperial Guards, right here. It's such an honor to be summoned to a gathering such as this. I haven't had nearly enough fun for it to end yet. There, I agree with you. But fear not, for our game shall continue much longer than this. For eternity, inside the cat box. Glad to have you here, Siesta Sisters. Lord Battler, allow me to express our deep gratitude for your invitation. In the future, we will endeavor to show even more. Come on, don't be so stiff and formal. Tonight, we're all equal. That's right, yeah? Battler gets it, yeah? Stop it, Forte. You're getting carried away. We'll get in trouble. Wonder when you pop in. Hey there, Risha. Long time no see. Wow. How long it's been since we've had so many of us here? Not since Natsuhi's trial, right? You could hardly call that a party. If you're talking about a party, You'd better not try and leave us out of it. Dang. Just how many of them are there? A lot. If they keep coming like this, there'll be more of them than us humans. Yeah. You can come out now, Sakataro. Lord Battler, it was an honor to receive your invitation. Let it be known that it is an honor. Hey, glad you came. It's been a long time. How have you been? Very well, thank you. Fighting with you all is extremely fun. I have had enough of stamping documents. Commander Dillinor, know that your to-do box is piling up as we speak. Please, make haste with the approval of our vacation papers. They are exceedingly important. Sounds like living in the Great Court is as boring as ever. Lord Battler, I fear I must bring you some sad news. Hmm? What is it? Dillinor held out an envelope. It was one of the invitation cards that Battler had handed out for this night's party. The name on this card was Furudo Erika. We did all we could. The invitation was filled with stamps bearing the unreadable words of various foreign countries. Even without reading them, it was easy to guess that it had been returned to sender, destination unknown. I see. Thanks for trying so hard. The depths of oblivion are like an empty, endless desert, or perhaps the bottom of the sea. No one besides Lady Burncastle herself could find her location. I did send invitation to those witches too. I'll have to hope they have the kindness to bring her along. Lady Burncastle is just like a cat. She'll show up whenever she feels like it, but when she isn't in the mood, she'll never come, no matter how often you call her. Yeah, that kid's totally like a cat. She'll come to get her food, but she won't let you pet her head. Lambda Delta. So, you came. Believe it or not, I'm a busy person, okay? Still, I am Beato's guardian. Wasn't I your guardian too? Well, anyway, I came because it's my responsibility. I happen to be in the neighborhood, so I stopped by. Hey, you, Goda. I brought some presents. Could you just put these wherever for me? For someone who just dropped by because she was in the neighborhood, she brought an awful lot of presents, which included colorfully wrapped bottles and food boxes. Burncastle isn't here yet. You really think she'd come? She's not the kind of kid who just dropped by to say hi at a game she's lost. Probably. After all, she is very proud. I seem to remember her putting us through hell. But she's still one of the players in this game. I thought it'd be good to have her over to celebrate the final night of the final game. You're right. Without that kid, this game might not have reached its conclusion. Enemies and allies are the bare minimum you need for a game. Depends on the game, but true. Without a foe, there can be no game. Is there an obstacle foe? At least I can enjoy defeat, it's just another part of the game. That kid can't. It's too bad, but she's been through a lot. So please, don't blame her too harshly. Actually, I was planning to thank her. A lot of crazy stuff's happened. And thanks to her, we were able to make it to where we are today. Thanks. I don't know when I'll see her next, but if I'm lucky, I'll get my chance in a few hundred years. I'll let her know what you said. Ah, that's right. They don't have invitations, but I've brought 2 guests with me. Yes? Who? I'm pretty sure I sent invitations to all the usual suspects. Come on over, you two. I'll introduce you. When Lambda snapped her fingers, the empty air exploded and two forms appeared. If it isn't Willard. Hey, I see you're as short as ever. Oh, here are some unfamiliar guests. Who are they? Don't pinch my ass. Shouldn't we be introducing ourselves first? I'm fairly certain that Battler-kun and the others in this world don't know about us. You have the mark of the one-winged eagle on your clothes. Are you an Ushiramiya? My name is Ushiramiya Leon. In my world, we're cousins. I'll introduce Leon. This is the successor to the Ushiramiya family headship, born only in a world of extremely low probability. In that world, Jessica isn't an only child. She's Leon's little sister. Now there's a surprise. So there's a world like that. Wait, you couldn't be... Pleased to meet you, Beatrice. I know quite a lot about you. Seeing you smiling happily is the greatest joy I can imagine. I'm as glad as anyone else that you've made it to this point. I see. So, it's you. I'm glad you're here. Beato realized who and what Leon was. The two of them stared at each other's faces, as though looking at their own face in a mirror. Willard's the name. I'm just a passing stranger who got caught up in a game you know nothing about. He is an inquisitor of heresy from the Great Court, like myself. A truly skilled one, though he is now retired. I see. You're Dillinore's friend. You can't be anyone bad. Please, make yourself at home. Just, where did these two come from? Byrne brought them in and made them pieces. When she was done with them and about to crush them, I picked them up. Malao said leaving them there would leave a bad aftertaste. Is that okay? If by chance Lady Burncastle does drop by here, on this game board, they're my pieces, okay? And I can't wait to see the look on that kid's face when she bumps into them in a place like this. I don't really get it, but you obviously brought them here for some shady reason. That's all for my gifts. Well, just hang around for the rest. I'm leaving the rest to you, the host. Come, Lord Battler. If you don't announce it, we can't start. Didn't you do that already? The start is the next party at the end of this long, long game. Ladies and gentlemen, your silence, please. Our territory lord, Lord Battler, has a message he wishes to convey to you all. Enough of that. It's embarrassing. Come on, it's a wife's responsibility. I'm not letting anyone else take it. Beato sulked and handed Battler a glass of champagne. Come to think of it, everyone had a glass in their hands now. Maria, you're a kid, so drink some sparkling cider instead. Oh, I want champagne too. Hey, Maria-chan, why don't we drink some sparkling cider together? Battler, our drinks are getting warm. Agreed. Begin, Battler. No objections, I see. This way, please, Lord Battler. Ranove motioned towards the center of the room. When Battler stepped forward, everyone silently awaited his words. Glad you all could make it. This marks the end of my long game with Beato. I've invited everyone who's been a part of this game as a piece, a player, or a game master. I hope you'll enjoy this unending night to the fullest. Cheers. Cheers. Everyone raised their glasses to the heavens as they cheered, and afterwards the soft sound of glasses clinking together rang out across the room. Only I was apart from all that fun noise. Maybe that was what did it. Before I realized it, my cheeks were wet with tears. I was lying on the sofa, covered by a blanket. I can just barely remember getting sleepy and falling asleep in a chair. Someone probably carried me here. I can't actually hear them, but I get the feeling that everyone's still in the hall, having a good time. I want to go there too. No, I will go. Over there. It's what I've wanted all along, but I never took the first step. I'll go to where everyone is. My head still feels hazy, so there aren't any complicated thoughts in my mind. But that's okay. It's okay if my head's empty. I'll be together with everyone. I'll go to where they are. That's all that matters. I got up from the sofa and put on my shoes. Let's go. To where everyone is. The parlor door was shut. I tried to open it, but maybe because of my clumsiness, I couldn't get it open. It was a bit creepy, as though the bad dream I just had was still going on. It won't open. Why? It isn't even locked. My mood grew darker and darker. The knob that locks or unlocks a door is on this side. If I twist it, I should be able to lock or unlock it. I turned it. Click. The door won't open. Did I accidentally lock it just now? I turned it. Click. The door won't open. It didn't open the last time, so it should have opened this time. I don't have a clue how I'm supposed to turn it to unlock the door. I kept on alternating between turning the lock and roughly twisting the doorknob. I began to get irritated, wondering why they'd lock me away behind such an inconvenient door. Eventually, I ran out of patience and pounded on the door. That noise didn't bring anyone to me. Why am I locked in a place like this, all alone? Everyone else is having a fun party, right there in the hall. Let me out of here. At that moment, a cold wind blew past me. The wind rippled through my hair. Wind? Inside? We'll have to figure out what it is next time. And I am officially out of save spots. I got nothing left, man. Let's get over on these ones. Figure it out. But that's been a internet's starting to act up again. But yeah, so that was a fun little party. I enjoyed those riddles. I enjoyed the puzzles. Frustrated with some of them, but they were pretty fun. I did enjoy that. And there's a Beatrice doll. There's a Beatrice doll. So, looks like I may have a new project. No promises, because I've got too many projects already. But that looks worth investigating. In the meantime, however, that will be it for today. We'll carry it on tomorrow. And see where this goes. I've got the suspicious feeling that there's a lot more to this than just this one party. There was the Burn Castle bit where she pulled out a game board and started messing with pieces. I'm suspicious that that's going to be coming back and affecting the outcome of what's happening here. Don't know how, don't know why, don't know when, but I just get the suspicion that it will. Either way, see you guys later. Till next time.